Blackout poetry is a really cool form of poetry, and it's kind of under the branch of appropriation art, which is this thing where you take somebody else's art and you change it to make it your own. So blackout poetry is where you take a page of text. It can be anything. It can be a newspaper. It can be a novel. It can be another poetry book. You just take any page of text and you, using a permanent marker, which is the classic way to do it, but you could use a pencil or you could use paint, whatever you want. But using a blackout, like a permanent marker, you just scratch out and cover all of the words that you kind of don't like on the page, and you try and form a poem out of it. So how I do it is I read the page first, and I kind of look at which words I really like and I want to have in my final poem, and I write them down beside. And so looking at what I have, I think, oh, okay, I really love this word. Oh, and that goes really well with this word. And so I make sure to write them down, and then I black out everything else. And what you get left with is just the words that you've picked, and you've made a poem out of somebody else's work. And they're really fun because they make you think of poetry in a completely different way, because you are not the one who's thinking of the words. You already have a pool of words. You're just picking and choosing which ones are your favorite. When you're going through, you can't change the order of the words. If you think it would be really great to have like the fish jumped, but the fish jumped isn't in that order, it says the jump fished, you can't go with that sentence. So it really forces you to work with what you have, to try and adapt, try and make sense of the words that you have on the page. And sometimes it's hilariously frustrating, because I will look at a word and I'll think, oh, okay, I've got these 3 words, I'd love to do this, and then I realize they're in the wrong order and I can't do that, so it makes me do something else. So it really is kind of problem solving, but at the end of it, you have a really cool poem.